Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's so great to see each and every one of you today. How do we handle the stressful challenges and the overwhelming situations that goes on in our lives these days? Every day these days seems to be uncertain, the unknown, the fear of the unknown. Each day can be just questionable, crazy. We don't know what's going to happen. It could just turn us for a loop. Who knows? And we don't see it coming. But the fear of the unknown, I just encourage all of us, before it just takes a hold of our mindset, it can cripple us if we just linger into the fear mode. And it can just ultimately be detrimental to our health and to our well-being. And in this video, I encourage all of us, peace is priceless. And when we know peace on the outside, it's because we have God in the inside. And in this video, if you are faced with some type of overwhelming situations that you cannot control for the life of you, and it's hard for us to just control any kind of anxieties, worries that might just uprise within us, how are we to face each and every day? For it says in John 10:10 that the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy us. But I, Jesus, have come to give you life and to have it abundantly till it overflows. Jesus wants us to have his joy and his strength each and every day. So let us fight the fear of negativity or a bad attitude that might just take the best of us as we're in this fear mode of the uncertainties in life these days. Let us be bold, strong, and courageous and not fear, knowing that God's promises, I will be with you and I will never leave you or forsake you. He has already won all our battles. I'd like to share with you, for an example, when I went back to work, I work as a hairstylist, and I've been back at work now for about a month. And wow, it has just been crazy busy. It's been pretty challenging for me and pretty overwhelming at times. I feel in a way that I came back from maternity leave. All of my clients were just piled up, just waiting so anxiously for me to do their hair. Everybody just needed major makeovers. I mean, with color, they had 3 or 4 inches of regrowth. They all expressed how depressed they've been looking at themselves in the mirror since we've had this lockdown for several months. And I just try my best to please all my clients the best way possible. But now, working back at the salon, we have to abide by the new health regulations. And I have to wear a mask all day. The clients have to wear a mask all day. Wow, let me tell you how challenging and tough it is to work all day with a mask on, to breathe with a mask, to work physically with a mask on, huffing and puffing, to talk with a mask on, to hear my clients talk to me and their voices are all muffled up so I cannot hear clearly their words at time. I mean, it just puts a strain. And on top of it, unfortunately, my assistant, she had to quit. So I have been spoiled working with an assistant for over 25 years, having the extra help. But now, not having an assistant, I have to unspoil myself and do all of the hard work and the extra works that she does with the shampoos and the color applications and making inventory and cleaning everything. I mean, it's just been added steps on my part. And cleaning and sanitizing the chairs, and wow, it's been crazy. And I cannot overbook the clients. I have to only do one client at a time. I have to wait for the client to leave in order for the next client to enter into the salon. So, my clients are not used to waiting so long to get in with me, but It is what it is. What can I do? It's been a great challenge. So I'd like to share with you that, let's see. Oh, and all of my clients has been getting major transformation. So it's been taking longer time, energy, and creativity to try to get them back to looking like themselves again. So it's been challenging. But peace is so priceless, and I don't want to be overwhelmed and stressed and burdened beyond going back to work. So what helps me is to learn, and I hope to encourage you in this sense. Let us learn to accept the dire situation that we are in. There's nothing we can do, and adjust to it and adapt to the changes. What can we do? And let us not allow the enemy to steal, kill, and to destroy us and put us in this negative mindset. When I drive to work each and every day, I see how busy my schedule is and what a toll it's going to take working by myself, doing everything, wearing the mask, and it's so hard to breathe. But when I drive, I think to myself, and I hope to encourage you, maybe you can do the same. You know, when we just accept the situation, there's nothing that we can do to change it. Just know that it is what it is. You know, there's nothing that we can do. And I wrote down 3 things. So my mindset each day at work in the beginning, first, accept it. It is what it is. Second, adjust. Just take one day at a time. Let us not be overwhelmed with the schedule that's going to happen that day and the weeks ahead and the months ahead. It's just overload with clients booked up to the max. So let us just take one day at a time and focus on doing one client at a time. Third, just adapt. Do my very best with each client with a good attitude. Just try to whistle while you work. There is nothing else we can do. It is what it is. Just accept it, adjust, and learn to adapt to whatever. And that way we can just free our mind, take one day at a time, live in the present moment, and just learn to have more peace within. I'd like to share with you this quote. May you surrender your fear to immense faith and trust. When you feel that certain days are going to just overwhelm you, let us just surrender any kind of fear that we may have. Let us just immerse ourselves with the faith and trust in God. Let us look to what is unseen, knowing that God has our back and He's going to take care of us, rather than what is seen right before our eyes, being so overwhelmed and so stressed out. And I'd like to leave you with Philippians 4, verse 6 through 7. And it says, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request to God. And then what happens? And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and mind in Christ Jesus. Again, peace is so priceless. Let us take charge of our health and our well-being today, for we want to build up our immune system so we can fight off any kind of bacteria, viruses, or anything out there. Let us today be encouraged to fight the good fight of faith. Any stressful challenges that you may be in, that we may be consumed with worries, fears, anything that you feel overwhelmed with, let us learn to accept the situation. It is what it is. Don't waste our energies fighting it, and learn to adjust and adapt to the changes with a good attitude, knowing that God's power, His Spirit, lives inside all of us. It just camps in there, and with the Spirit of God, then we can do all things with God's strength. He promises, and you will be amazed with yourself. Well, I hope that something that I say may encourage your hearts and that you may rest in God's peace today. God bless you, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.